some people be like, you should charge for shit you share sometimes. And I mean, I probably could, but I got so much shit in my mind that I could share from different angles and different perspective, different levels. Like that's why I'm building my system. Like if you ever looked at it, you'll see that it's got like tiers for certain pages. You know what I'm saying? So that way it could be interpreted on different levels. Because I'm like, I don't like, man. People be thinking I be just playing about what I be talking about, bro. I don't even be playing about what I be talking about. But I be like, if y'all think it's funny, but then when it actually starts happening, then y'all be like, oh my god, we didn't believe you. And it's like, I don't know. I walk with faith, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know certain shit might sound like just wild out the blue, but to me it makes sense because I could just see it. I could see God like just making that shit happen like that. It makes sense. Like when you really read scripture and all this other stuff a certain way, and then you see what God doing, and then you look back at the scripture, what they said, how people are, and then you see what God doing, and then you go back and look at this other shit with this just about anything. You look at it, and then you look at it, and then you see what God doing, bruh, and then you just be like, oh, that shit do make sense now. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. And it's just like that's part of the maze of life. That's because it never really just makes sense until it makes sense. But it's like you gotta go all this roundabout way just to connect the dots that should have been obvious to you, right? But they not obvious because it's all hidden in the maze of life. And so that's why like Jesus spoke parables, and then it was like his disciples like, well, why are you speaking like this? Like just speak regular. And he's like, nah, tiered for people to grasp. So I just take note of that shit, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that's what he was trying to explain. Like, cause he knew that not everyone would get it explained plainly. He had to put it in a perspective that they could actually relate to because everybody's on different levels in life. And so when you go through life just observing the connections and observing how people relate different topics and observing conversations and it's just observing like the watchers observe, and then you watch the watchers observing and how they observe what they observe and what they don't observe, because you got to realize that they there for the control structure, and then you realize what they have control over and what they don't have control over, and then you just tweak it how you want to tweak it. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go through that maze of mastery that's on my website, bro. I'm telling you, you gotta just, it's not for everybody, but if you get it, you get it.